Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. I hope everyone's doing okay. I have a general reading for you, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. It is a timeless reading, so may resonate for you with regards to past, present or future. Put it where it fits. For the ease of channeling, if need be, I will use the pronouns he and she, but my readings are not gender specific, so use the pronouns that fit for you, okay? Swap them out for the pronouns that you use. Okay, let's take a look and see what your message is today. No, I'm going to put them back. I'm only going to take one at this moment in time. There we go. Okay. Balance. On the bottom of the deck, realization. Okay. Somebody's having the realization about how balanced you are as a person. And that it doesn't matter what you go through, you're able to transform and remain balanced. So you can be going through... So I feel like somebody didn't see you as being balanced. Maybe you went through a situation. I feel like somebody's like gaining more information about you, or someone's had some sort of epiphany or realization. Their perspective of you is changing, and they're realizing that you're more balanced. So I'm seeing 19. I'm just being drawn to 19, and I'll come back to being the balance in a minute. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 is about cycles ending and things turning around. And I'm being drawn to 3 as well, which is Ascended Masters. So I feel like somebody's realising that actually you're more balanced than they thought you were. And they're also, with this 3, I heard tapped in, like they're realising your connection to spirit. But they're also, yeah, there's some sort of realisation about your connection to spirit, and it doesn't matter what people put you through, what you go through, you're remaining balanced. There's no reaction. Like, people are confused as to whether or not you know that they're trying to get a reaction out of you, or if you are just pretending like they don't exist or ignoring them. I'm going to get some more clarity on that. I feel like you're also having a realization that you're mastering the art of balance and remaining calm and centered through your transformations. Okay, so when you're going through cycles of transformation, like through your own life cycles, how like you're mastering that inner peace and balance. Okay, but I feel like ultimately this is about somebody else having this realization about you, that it doesn't matter what's thrown at you. I'm sort of just trying to tap into, I'm trying to find the word for what I'm feeling right now. I'm kind of just sort of sitting, staring at the wall, like in awe. Someone's in awe of how it doesn't matter what they throw at you, what life throws at you. Like, you're just like, it's not like, it doesn't matter what life throws at you, what you go through, what people throw at you. I'm hearing you're still a good person. Like, you're not reacting. You've got someone confused. they're not who they thought you were. They're not who they were told you were, and they're really starting to see this now. All right, let's get some clarification, please, on this balance. Someone's realizing that they were listening to gossip about you being unbalanced, crazy, manipulative, narcissistic, all of that. And more, someone trying to ruin your reputation. Someone's realizing that they listened to gossip where someone was trying to has said that you are something that you're not. And there's some sort of realization that, like, because they're realizing, it's like they're seeing you and another person differently. So they were seeing you as someone who was unbalanced, crazy, delusional, all of that. Someone was trying to ruin your reputation and convinced this person or these people that you were something that you're not, or that you'd said and done something that you haven't. And they believed it. And because they saw this other person, because, do you know what? People fear the unknown. You were unknown to these people and they feared you. Instead of learning about you and getting to know you, they chose to attack you because you triggered their insecurities. And then somebody got roped in, okay, and was manipulated into thinking that you were a certain way. But I feel like their intuition, they were hearing things about you, stories about you. You could be male or female, okay? I feel like this is to do with a masculine and a feminine, that stories were being told about a masculine and a feminine, either together or individually. And people were listening to these stories, a group of people specifically, and they were like, but that doesn't sound like something that they would do. It didn't sound believable, okay? So there was something wasn't adding up, or something is now not adding up. Now that they're getting this new perspective, something's not adding up. And they're now seeing this other person or these other people that tried to say that you were a particular way as actually that's who they are and not who you are. Like, you've got this person like mesmerized by you. Like, I think they're genuinely intrigued by you. Again, we have the moon cycles. So this person's mesmerized by the fact that no matter what is thrown at you, no matter what you go through, they're starting to realize things about you, that you've gone through some difficulties. They may not know exactly what. They may have an idea of things that you've gone through because they've been told stories by others. But they don't know the facts, okay? Somebody's twisted some stories about you. But they're starting to realise that no matter what you go through, no matter, like, you overcome it. How are you overcoming it? How have you got back up? After everything we said and we did, and it was horrible, and they know it was horrible, how did you get back up? some people are confused because they set out to destroy you. Others are confused because they feel guilty that they put you, I was going to say put you through hell, and like, they're like, if someone did that to me, I don't think I'd overcome it. How, you know, they're starting to see how resilient you are. And that you're happy. And that the gossip that they heard about you was wrong. They're realising that they shouldn't have necessarily listened to this gossip. I'm seeing 3 women specifically. I'm also seeing that people are now seeing you as balanced, in alignment. You've worked really hard on yourself. The 8 of Pentacles could be with regards to work, or it could just be working on yourself. They're seeing the physical manifestations of the work that you put in on yourself, and they're wanting to reconcile. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands. Yeah, they're seeing that you're blessed, that you're victorious, that I'm feeling a sense of defeat. Okay, so there's 2 kind of groups of people, where some are like, are in awe and absolutely like, do you know what? If I'd gone through what you went through, I don't think I'd still be standing. You know, fair play, hats off to you. And they're now like supporting you, possibly from a distance. And then there's another group of people that are like, we're hating on you, absolutely hating on you. We're hoping that, like, they kind of like, they think they walked away from you and rejected you, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because at the same time as they think they were walking away from you and rejecting you, you were actually walking away from them. But they're now seeing that you're happy without them, and this is leaving them feeling like really, really sad and really, well, angry, because they don't want you to be happy without them. They want, so for some of them this was like past energy. They were unhappy that you were happy. Like, they wanted you to be happy, they just didn't want you to be happy with anyone but them. And so they like gossiped and slandered, tried to ruin your reputation, tried to bring you down, tried to destroy your relationships. And now they're feeling really sad because you haven't gone back to them. And they're feeling really defeated, but they're really angry. I feel a sense of like embarrassment from them as well. Like, that they're embarrassed because they don't understand. They're now realising, or feeling rejected. Like, they're either realising that actually you were the one who walked away from them because you haven't gone back. But there's a sense of knowing what they said and did to you. Like, I'm seeing rats scurrying. Like, someone did you dirty. And someone's having a realization about this, and that it didn't change anything. Okay, on the bottom of the deck we have King of Cups. Okay, so this could be a masculine, or it could be someone in their masculine energy, someone who is emotionally manipulative. Water energy could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or have that in their chart. But somebody who's emotionally manipulative, and they know they are, and they use emotional manipulation to get what they want from others. But it didn't work with you. They tried to play games. They tried to play with your emotions. They were trying to play with your energy. They were hot and cold, and it didn't work. And now somebody that this person or this group of people were gossiping to is having the realization that what was said about you might not actually be the truth, and that these people were just hating on you because they were jealous and unhappy in their own lives. Okay? Because it doesn't matter. Do you know, I've heard so many times that the people that gossip are those that don't have jobs and have nothing better to do. No, I know people that don't have jobs and they still don't gossip. Okay? Because they're happy in their own lives. It doesn't matter whether you've got a job, whether you've got kids, whether you haven't got kids, whether you haven't got a job, whether you're self-employed, whether you're not self-employed, whatever. It doesn't matter what you've got or what your status is in life. If you are not a happy person, you are going to be more likely to gossip about others. Okay, now there is a difference between gossiping about others and in a hateful way. You can talk to other people about others and it be coming from a place of concern. You can be venting to someone about what someone's done something to you, but if you're sitting there actively trying to ruin someone's reputation, make fun of their life choices, trying to drown them just to make yourself feel better, then that's like the negative side of gossiping. Okay? And I feel like someone's having that realization. It may be that these people are still gossiping and hating on you, and somebody is having the realization that they are just getting fed up with this now because it's destroying their peace. And as I'm talking, I can feel the frustration coming out. Okay, so I feel like somebody is getting really, really frustrated and fed up that people are still gossiping about you, that your name is still coming up. You have walked away, you've gone ghost, you've disconnected, you've moved away, you're saying nothing, you're not going around slagging these people off. And yet they're continuing to slag you off. And the difference is because you're happy in your own life. They are not. And people are starting to realise that, and I feel like I'm being really sarcastic and really judgmental. I'm not. I don't mean to be, but I'm just picking up on somebody's energy that just, do you know what? I just don't want to know anymore. And I'm doing this reading and I'm sitting here thinking, I don't want to do this reading anymore. I want to stop this reading, and because I'm fed up with this energy coming through. And like, people are getting fed up with this gossip, okay, about you, because what people are saying about you, what these people are hearing about you, doesn't match up with what they are seeing and their experiences of you. Okay, so I feel like people are starting to see the red flags now, but at this moment in time, no one is saying anything. But I do feel it's going to get to a point where these people are pushed and pushed and pushed, where they stand up and go, do you know what, enough. I feel like this is going to be a relatively short reading. I feel like that's the message. So we're going to get some guidance with regards to moving forward with this situation. Is there anything else we need to know? Trust, carnation. You can trust the people around you. They are earth angels sent to give you the guidance you seek. Yeah, someone is absolutely seeing you as someone who is trustworthy. They were told they couldn't trust you. They were told that they couldn't trust you. They are realizing that you may be an earth angel, that you were trying to guide people and help people, and they didn't know that about you. I feel like the people that were gossiping about you and trying to plant seeds of doubt in others, they did know this, or someone knew this, but they didn't. They kind of omitted that part when they were telling people. So they were just telling people all the bad things about you that ultimately may not be true anyway, because they've taken things and twisted them to make you look like the villain. I'm seeing The School of Good and Evil, which is a film on Netflix, and I don't really want to spoiler alert it for anyone that's going to watch it, but basically don't judge a book by its cover, okay? Just because something looks good and something looks bad doesn't mean that's the case, okay? Just because someone dresses a certain way doesn't mean that they are a certain type of person. So if someone dresses, you know, wears certain stuff, doesn't mean that they're automatically, you know where I'm going with this. Like, they're not promiscuous in that kind of way. They're not selling themselves, okay? And I think people are starting to realise this about you. I actually think, coming back to the way you, about the dressing, I feel like somebody actually likes the way you dress. They think you've got a good sense of taste. You know how to dress yourself for your body type, okay? You know what's going to suit you, and like, I feel like somebody is like, is admiring and inspired by the way you dress, the way you carry yourself. You don't pretend to be something that you're not. And I feel like this is something that intuitively they knew about you, but because they listened to gossip, it planted and those seeds of doubt in them. But there's something about, like, you have a good sense of taste, you know, to dress for your body type. Like, you scrub up well. Like, and even on your, I want to say down days, where you're like, I want to say like slumming it, but like we all have those days where we just want to, like, you know, we don't necessarily dress up. Like, we're quite happy to go out in a pair of trackies, or just, you know, you dress down sort of thing, but you're still not dressing down, if that makes sense. Even on those days, you still look good. You still have this vibe about you, okay? And people are really starting to notice that about you. Like, they've always noticed it, but it's really starting to, like, you know when you can see something, but it's not quite sinking in, and then all of a sudden it's like in your face, it's like a neon sign. That's the kind of, like, what's happening for you now. Like, people have, you haven't been invisible to people, you've always kind of just been in the background though, but now you're starting to come out, and you're kind of like leading, you're shining, you're like a star. I feel like you are, like, so as much as there are people gossiping negatively about you, because you're always going to get that, always going to be someone who's trying to bring you down, there are also people that are now gossiping about how good you're looking, how happy you are, how well you're doing, and in their eyes, like, you're a star. And that is creating jealousy and annoyance and anger for the people trying to bring you down. So I feel like in the past they tried to bring you down and they thought that they'd won, but now you're out and about and you've had some sort of glow up. Like, every time they see you, you come across as you've had some sort of transformation. Something about you has changed, and they can't keep up. They cannot keep up with you, and it's really stressful. You're always like 10 steps ahead, and every time they see you, you're just looking better and better and better. And it's really triggering their insecurities, because they feel stuck and stagnant and nothing's changing in their lives. They're not getting better. So they're continuing to try and put you down, and other people are now like, actually, do you know what? I think we underestimated them. I picked the wrong team. I want to change to this team. You're looking like a star. You're the talk of the town. And some people that were hating on you not because they wanted to hate on you. They didn't really dislike you. That you didn't give them any reason to dislike you. They just didn't know you, so it was easy to follow the crowd. Even them, they're now like rooting for you. And we have sign from Heaven. What's Heaven? Sign from heaven. Proti. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. So I feel like the message coming through from spirit is that these people that are hating on you, this is their karma. This is part of their karma, is all the negative things that they said about you, all the gossip they spread, part of their karma and their justice that they're receiving for spreading misinformation about you is to listen to this positive gossip about you, to listen to people supporting you and rooting you, and to see you being supported, because there's an element of these people thought if they didn't support you, you couldn't make it on your own. But God, universe, source, creation, whoever your belief system is always going to send people to support you. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to give them your attention, whether or not you're going to focus on them, or you're going to focus on the people that aren't supporting you. You chose to focus on the people that are supporting you, and you're continuing to do that. And that is, like, and you've completely walked away from this person or these people, and some of them are like, fair play, like they're really impressed that you put boundaries in place with them, or that you put boundaries in place with this person, and that you've stood your ground and you've walked away. Because I feel it's like something that nobody's ever done before, or people have tried to do, but it hasn't, like, they didn't follow through with it. You actually followed through, and I think like some people like are impressed and inspired by the fact that you followed through and you said you were going to do something and you've done it. But this does have equally, just to keep the balance, this does have people that are really mad about that, but wanting reconciliation because they want in on your blessings. On the bottom of the deck, we have raised your vibration. Frangipani, I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry, Plumeria. Plumeria. Someone's going to correct me, I'm sure. Your intuitive feelings are accurate messages from the angels. Yeah, whatever you're getting, like, you're realising who you can and can't trust, okay? You're using your discernment about what you tell people and what you keep to yourself. Because you're realising that whether it's a close friend or family doesn't mean that they're in your corner, doesn't mean that they're supporting you, okay? They might say that they are, but behind your back, they are talking down on you, okay? Look out for signs from spirit. You may already be receiving signs from spirit. That could be in the form of flowers. 3, 10, just in 1919. So we have 2 3s, so 3 3. But just maybe you're just like seeing a lot of signs from the universe. Rats could be a sign, okay? Because I keep hearing dirty rat. So someone did you dirty. But yeah, like, I just feel like people in this group, this situation that went on, some of them are now having realizations about you and realizing that actually you're here to help people. And I do feel like some of them think that you're the only person that can help. So, okay, there's a situation where you were friends with someone, or it could be a sibling, some sort of family member, a colleague, and you tried to help them, but you walked away from them because ultimately they weren't helping themselves. It was a one-sided connection. You were filling their cup and making them feel really great, and they would take from you. They took you for granted. You realised your self-worth, took your plate away from the table and went and set up your own table. This person is realising, a person or a couple of people are realising, I can just see them smiling, okay? I can just see someone smiling at me as if to say, yeah, you go girl, or you go boy, like, good for you, right? Because I feel like it's something perhaps that they've wanted to do and they've not had, excuse my French, the balls to do it. Or they've tried but not followed through, it's not been consistent, and you've done the impossible. Like, you're proving people wrong without proving people wrong. Like, you're not going out of your way to go, oh, I've done this and I've done that. You're not saying anything, you're just doing it. You're just proving, you're just looking successful in the eyes of others, and people are realising, like, some people knew that you had this potential but didn't necessarily step up and defend you when others were against you or putting you down. Others kind of got roped in. I do feel like there's quite a few people in your life that are like now looking at you like with fresh eyes and like, wow. And like you're inspiring them to go like, well, if they can do that, then I can do this. You may also be somebody that is like a cheerleader to other people, and that you just cheer them on. Like, you support their dreams, whatever they want to do, whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. You'll support them because they know what's right for them, okay? But there's a lot of people equally that are unhappy that you've had this glow up, that you're happy in your life and that you are successful, and they are wanting back in. But somebody's family or somebody's group of friends, with regards to a person or a couple of people, feel like you are the only person that can help them. And I feel like they want to come in and ask you to give this person another chance. But I don't think that they realise how many chances you've already given this person, and that's why you've walked away. I feel like you walking away has made some people realise that you were like the scapegoat in a dynamic, and you walking away, like, so this person made it out that you were the problem, but you've walked away and their problems are still happening. In fact, their problems have got worse. This person is realising that by you being around, their problems weren't as bad as they thought they were. Like, you kind of buffered whatever they were going through. Okay, you were the buffer, you were the scapegoat. You made things better. Walking away, their situation, they've just got, it's just got worse. But there's someone or a group of people that feel like you can help this person, or this person is like, I need you back in my life because I need you to fix it for me. But this is where it went wrong. If you go back, the same thing's going to happen again. You're going to end up walking away. Because this person isn't willing to do the work. But this person or this other group of people are not understanding that. They're not understanding how much work that you've actually put in with this person, and that this has been going on for a long time. They didn't have that information because the person that was gossiping about you didn't share that information because they didn't want others to think that they were a bad person, and they didn't want to look bad in the eyes of others, so they just used you as the scapegoat. And I feel like this person or these people still don't realise, they're not aware fully, like, what you put into this relationship before you walked away. And I feel like they're hoping that you'll just, like, reconcile and things will be okay, and that you can help this person, or maybe just help them with this person, that you can work together to get this person in a better position, in a better place. And yeah, that is part of your purpose, is to come in and help people, but not at the expense of draining your own energy and depleting your own energy. If people are going to take from you and not give back, or you're going to help them and then they're going to go behind your back and start slagging you off and putting you down, then that is not a connection that you want to help. In order to help others, they have to want to help themselves, okay? And it doesn't make you heartless, it doesn't make you selfish, but spirit are not going to allow you to go into situations anymore where you are ultimately people's crutch and scapegoat. Spirit's not allowing it anymore. Enough is enough. Time is up. Time's up for these people. Sometimes the only way people will learn to do their work, to do their shadow work, to do their healing, is for you to walk away from them. So I feel like you have this balance in you where you're put in a situation, or you're put in front of a group of people to help liberate them from their victim mentality. And how they choose to do that is then on them, okay? So you go into a situation, you trigger people. You don't go out of your way to trigger people. That's just how your energy is. And then, because I'm seeing the dark and the light, okay? Some people will be so triggered by you that they do whatever they can to bring you down, and they will project at you, say you're this, that, and the other, when actually that's just all their insecurities and who they are, being reflected back at them. Other people, so they are coming from a place of fear. And then there's other people that, yes, you're going to trigger them. They're going to acknowledge the trigger. They're going to observe the trigger, and then you're going to work through the triggers together to build your relationship, your connections on a firm foundation, okay? So they can be longer lasting and you don't have to walk away. And you're okay either way. If people want to see you as a villain, fine by me, fine by you. If that's how you want to do it, that's how you're going to do it. But I'm not going to be standing here allowing you to project at me, okay? I know my self-worth. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna love you from a distance. I'm gonna be sending you some good vibes and hope that and some healing vibes, healing energy, hope that you heal. But I'm not going to stand here and listen to this. I'm not going to stay in a situation where I know that you're not supporting me behind my back. I want people in my life that can support me whether I'm in the room or not, whether it's to my face or behind my back. That's the energy that I'm picking up from you, okay? And you're now at a level of understanding where when you have to walk away from a situation where someone is not respecting your boundaries, is projecting at you, is not doing the work, is just expecting you to fix them, sometimes the only way to fix them is to walk away. Okay, so in walking away, you're actually doing them a service. If you're not vibrating at a match, then it's going to be very, very difficult to be around people, okay, of a lower vibration, okay? And you don't walk away judging them, shaming them. You understand that that's where they're at, but you also understand that you have a choice whether to engage in that or not. But when you walk away from those people, as sad as it is and as emotionally it affects you emotionally, you understand that in walking away from those people, you're then going to be clearing space for people that do want to work with you, that do want to grow with you, to come into your life. Okay, the people that are going to support you whether you're in the room or not, whether it's to your face or behind your back. Okay, universe is going to replace whatever's not good for you with something that is. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like you're somebody who like vibrates quite high, and then in vibrating, the higher you vibrate, things that aren't meant for you just automatically kind of just find a way out. Okay, they automatically start to be like your energy starts to reject them, and they start to be repelled. Thank you. They start to be like repelled by your energy. So we're going to end it there. I feel like that's the message. We're going to end it there with an attitude of gratitude. I have the attitude of gratitude for the purpose, passion and joy that surrounds me each day. And on the bottom of the deck I have the attitude of gratitude for the many relationships in my life, including the one I have with myself. Absolutely, you are grateful for any relationship that comes your way, because you understand that whether it be negative or positive, there's something that you can learn from it. Okay, you understand that there is a choice between learning from fear or learning from love. You are choosing to learn from a path of love. Okay, you're on your Dharma path, and understanding that everything serves a purpose. Like even the dark serves a purpose. Okay, even the negative or lower vibrations, it all serves a purpose. But there are people that haven't reached that level of consciousness yet, and those are the people that you are, not because you want to, but you are not a vibrational match enough that you can even just stay around them, because they're automatically repelled by your vibration. And I think that there's an element of people not understanding that, and why they're so, and that's why they're so triggered that you've walked away, and like you've kind of just gone ghost, you've gone MIA. Okay, but you are just so focused on your purpose and doing the things that you enjoy, doing things that spark your passions, being true to who you are and living a life of truth and integrity. That's all you're focused on, and you're not going out of your way to hurt anyone. You're not going out of your way to, seek revenge or anything like that, because you don't need to. Okay, because that's a lower vibration. That's a low, when you need to seek revenge, you're not vibrating. So if you do feel like that you're in that energy of you need to seek revenge, you know that you're out of balance and that you need to raise your vibration, and you need to do your shadow work to release that. Okay. I've just heard that some people are realizing how powerful you are. I also feel that some people, like I'm seeing people smiling, that could be your ancestors as well, that you're realizing just how powerful you are. And there's an element of some people that are in your physical life, but also your ancestors as well, like a smiling as if to say, she gets it, he gets it. I heard by George, I think she's got it, okay, which is from My Fair Lady. Like there's this realization of like people have seen it within you, they've just been waiting for you to unlock it within yourself, and you're finally doing that, and they're so relieved, and it's kind of like taking a weight off of their shoulders that you are now like standing, like you've kind of like, oh want to say standing on your own, but it's not that you haven't stood on your own, but it's like you're really standing in your power. Like it's like you've dipped in and out of your power over the years. But now you're like standing in it and you're standing your ground. Whether you've made a mistake or not, you're holding your hands up when you've made a mistake and making better choices. You're making more conscious choices, and you're you know, regardless of what other people think or feel about your decisions, your life choices, you're backing them. You know that you don't need anyone or anything outside of you to validate your choices, your decisions in life, because you validate your choices and things like that. And some people are standing there going, oh, finally. And then there's other people that are like really mad because they wanted you to fail, and they're realizing that they failed in trying to bring you down. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I hope this message helped. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Namaste.